Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between DoDo versus GuaGua. This game taking place here on Last Refuge. Over here on the bottom left hand side of the map we have DoDo spawning as the blue orc. Meanwhile, actually no, it's not DoDo spawning as the blue orc. DoDo should be actually, yeah. Okay, the names are mixed up. Give me one moment, I will go ahead and fix them. Yeah, I was like, something doesn't quite seem right here. Yeah, that's an issue. All right, let's go ahead and change that. There goes GuaGua is spawning as the blue orc over here on the bottom left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, DoDo did choose random and actually got human. So this is a human versus orc matchup, but the orc still doesn't know it yet. I got to apologize for GuaGua. I've been calling him Gao Gao for a long time. Gua as in melon in Chinese, as we are looking at an Altar of Storms opening up with a burrow and then an early war mill. Are we going to be looking at headhunters in this matchup? That is going to be the question, since it is an early war mill. Thanks for the upcoming cast. Well, you are very welcome, as well things are already getting well underway in this 1v1 matchup here on Last Refuge. We are looking at an Archmage coming in from DoDo. Thank you for, is that a subscription? Or just a follow? I think that's a subscription. Thank you very much. Definitely appreciate whatever it is you did right there. Every little bit helps. Bits, subscriptions, follows. Thank you for making WarCraft 3 relevant 17 years after its initial release. I'm assuming since you're watching whichever method you're watching, Facebook, Twitch, and or YouTube, you are enjoying all of these WarCraft 3 games and a little bit of a revitalization of WarCraft 3 here in 2020. All right. If I don't know if Warcraft 3 Reforged was an indication of how 2020 would go, that would have been a great crystal ball, as 2020 has been a year of difficulty for many people out there as the Archmage now makes its way out onto the battlefield. Well, gonna go ahead and clear out this 3-3-3 creep camp. Should be pretty fast, no real big deal. Meanwhile, off on the other side, Farseer now gonna be pressuring with Spirit Wolves, as we are already training up those headhunters. One thing to note, this is going to severely delay any tech to tier 2, and well, it may actually force the human player to try and go for defend much earlier. And we know how effective defend is at shutting down any sort of harassment, as the Spirit Wolves may get taken down. Nope, not taken down. Beautifully done there, trying to be denied. There's some experience for that Farseer, as this Spirit Wolf taking a little bit of damage will be forced to retreat back. Meanwhile, this Spirit Wolf off over here gonna, well, make its way inside and do a little bit of harassment, but really not be able to do that much. DoDo is teching to tier 2 already, and with that said, with that tech to tier 2, I guess my question is gonna be whether or not headhunters, well, if defend is going to be up in time to deal with those headhunters that are currently being amassed by GuaGua. Warcraft 3 is connected to the coronavirus. The dots are all coming together. Oh yes, it's a combination of 5G and Warcraft 3 Reforged. You heard it here first. Anyways, Farseer now making its way back across here. A Headhunter now making its way off to the north as well. 23 to 27 damage. However, it does attack much more slowly, as the Headhunters are going to try and head away. 375 hit points, getting body blocked by that Footman. That's actually going to be a little bit of a loss here, as DoDo is, well, doing a great job putting in a lot of harassment here. All right, Footman, there goes one Headhunter already taken down. Farseer not getting that much experience. Meanwhile, the Archmage does get to level 2, and now with Brilliance Aura, well, I think that the water elementals are just going to be far too effective. The tech to the Arcane Tower already, well, coming online here. Militia quickly changing their armor from that unarmored or that medium armor type to that heavy armor type, allowing it to take a little bit more swings from the Spirit Wolves, since it doesn't take a damage bonus and actually has bonus armor as well. A very big swap off there, as the Footmen now try to trying to chase back after that Farseer. Farseer now turning back around, getting in more damage onto those Footmen, as well as the Headhunters, well, getting some pincushion damage too. little bit of trades of damage early on. So far, it does have, DoDo having a little bit of an advantage here. He has more experience, and he also has, more experience on his heroes and has killed more of his opponent's units. Meanwhile, we're taking a look at the headhunters now trying to make their way back. Footmen trying to get a defend or surround off onto this Farseer. Is we going to see a 5-unit surround? It looked like it. He almost had it, and now doubling back around as well. A lot of damage is getting added up, though. There goes a Spirit Wolf there. Grunts now trying to fight their way back, and this is going to be a problem. Oh, another round of volleys coming onto that Footman. Footman now down to 57 hit points, 14 hit points, and it will not be able to give chase. Archmage does have boots of speed, will be able to move around very fast as well. Meanwhile, a Grunt ends up getting surrounded right there, and it looks like that Grunt will get taken down. However, Archmage may be forced to back up as well, taking a lot more damage than it would like. Grunt gets taken down, and Archmage is off to the races. Archmage going to be able to run back home pretty quickly. We are seeing a Mountain King as that follow-up unit. Don't see an Arcane Sanctum as of yet, as the water elementals here are just causing absolute problems for units. However, the Headhunter should be able to easily finish off this water elemental here, giving that Farseer an additional 37 points of experience. No, 42 points of experience. My bad. All right. Spirit Wolves making their way back off to the north. The Spirit Wolves are really just there to try and disrupt any healing, as the Arcane Vault isn't even done yet. Footman trying to retreat back down to 8 hit points. It gets taken out. Beautiful, beautiful bit of experience for that Farseer, who needs every bit of help that it can get. Forest Troll Trappers, are they going to actually try and engage here? The Forest Troll Trappers should actually be missing their targets, since they're trying to shoot up on the high ground, as the Ogre Warrior going to get taken down there. All right, Farseer looks like it will get to level 2 as the Tauren Chieftain comes in behind. The tier 2 boosted the experience. Oh, I was right. Okay, that's a tier 2 boosted the little bit of experience, since it was the solo hero at the time. No, 42 actually sounds right as well. Like, yeah, is that? I don't know. All right, because I think the Tauren Chieftain was about to be trained up. So does that count a hero being trained currently, adding in a little bit of experience? Yeah, that could be the case, since it's 20 experience for a single unit, or 25 experience for a single peasant. So I think it's actually, yeah, it might actually be 42, since the water elemental is supposed to be considered a 3 supply unit at level 1, I had thought. Or is it only a 2 supply unit? A lot to consider. Anyways, coming back around, a Tauren Chieftain making its way off over here it does have Stomp over Endurance Aura right now, as the Archmage Illusions, actually no, one actually is the real one right here, getting in a little bit of damage, and you can see the Headhunter trying to back up here. This could be a lot of problems, as the Tauren Chieftain may actually come in with a Stomp and then cause a problem for that Archmage. Archmage, is it actually, no, that's the Illusion. Archmage off over here, there's the right one, as the Water Elemental was the one that got the kill. All right, so far, more water elementals being dropped in here. Just constant harassment. No ensnare, but a quick purge by the shaman, making short work of that water elemental. Meanwhile, Mountain King off to the north, having Militia and finally getting Priest, also having Vampiric Aura. Going to be definitely helpful to keep many of these units alive, as the Mountain King picks up a Potion of Greater Mana and a Tome of Intelligence. Archmage sitting at level 3. We are looking at dual Arcane Sanctums. Dual Arcane Sanctums and a Barracks 39 supply compared to 40. Pretty even throughout this matchup here, as the Tauren Chieftain does need a little bit of healing. Farseer doesn't look like it has picked up any additional healing salves as of yet. It may go back home and rectify that situation right here, right now. Meanwhile, the Illusion is making its way over and perhaps going to try and cause some problems. There's some, Manual of Health, Tome of Intelligence being left behind here. The Illusion going to quickly get finished off. Is the Tauren Chieftain going to read the book that's right next to him, or is he going to miss it because it's right next to him? And it looks like he misses it because it's... Oh, nope, up. Come on, Tauren Chieftain. Thank you. Mountain King back off to the north. Will be able to get to level 3 here in just a moment. Archmage sitting at level 3. Level 1 Brilliance Aura. Level 2 Water Elementals. And it looks like it is going to be level 2 Thunderclap to try and deal with those mass headhunters. Are we going to be getting sorceresses with invisibility as well to allow for, surprise slow claps from that Mountain King? That has been a very common strategy. The Thunderclap slows those units off a lot, but more importantly, it does a large amount of damage. Stomp, on the other hand, is completely the reverse. It doesn't really do that much damage, but it absolutely stuns those units for what seems like forever and a day. Things getting underway here. Mountain King gonna go after this Ogre Lord Ogre Lord creep camp. We should be looking at Bloodlust being cast, and then all of a sudden, well, nope, there's a quick Dispel Magic right there, removing that inner fire. There's some more Bloodlust as well. Ogre Lord, Archmages here, Spellbreakers. Are we even looking at any sort of spell steal to take some of that Bloodlust or inner fire? That would have helped out tremendously. Giving that Mountain King, well, a little bit more damage too. Meanwhile, inside his own main base, this is going to become a problem. Arcane Vault now taking a little bit of damage. There it goes. Well, a quick ensnare onto that Spellbreaker as the units, well, being forced to retreat back. There, nope, Spirit Wolf not taken down here. Stomp gonna go down across multiple units. Mountain King also affected as well, in addition to that Lightning Shield. Lightning Shield dealing so much damage. Archmage being forced to back up here as it tries to, well, stay alive a little while longer. All right, there is another slow clap once more. Mountain King, well, getting in the clap. Stormbolt onto the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain could get taken down. There goes a Stomp right there, trying to use that Potion of Healing. Priest are going to go ahead and heal. Scroll of Town Portal transferred back over as the Shaman, well, could get taken, or no, Spellbreaker could get taken down right as it gets whisked away. All right, both sides taking some heavy losses there. DoDo 59 over 60 supply compared to 50 over 50. A little bit of an economic advantage for GuaGua, as GuaGua is not paying any sort of taxes. Unholy Aura, yeah, was a big pickup item for that Mountain King. Mountain King having both of the undead auras, Unholy Aura and Vampiric Aura, as the Mountain King runs off over here to try and go after this Ogre Lord creep camp. Pulling the Ogre Lord creep camp off over here. We're going to see the Ogre Lord now make its way over. Perhaps Water Elemental should be trying to path off over here to get a finish off the surround. No, perfect positioning on the surround right there. That Ogre Lord has no way out of that tight spot. And another big item could be dropped here. Endurance Aura. That Mountain King, if it wasn't moving very fast before with those boots of speed, now moving incredibly fast as well. All right, Footman gonna make its way back over as well. Vampiric Aura healing up some of those Footman Priest off to the back. They do have that adept training, very important to help deal with. Well, Footman could get taken down. Mountain King picks up a Manual of Health, and now that Mountain King, it pretty much looks like it is off to the races. So many movement speed auras in Endurance and Unholy. Is there anything else that would help him move faster other than stealing Bloodlust from Shaman? From Shamans being cast. All right, Arcane Vault looks like it will get taken down. There it goes. No more Spellbreakers. There's one Sorceress in the back here. Raiders could be making their way through. Altar of Kings under a little bit of duress as we're looking at, well, double Spirit Wolves unable to make their way inside. Farms are going to be taken down as the units now come in from the back. Mountain King gets Cyclone picked up as we're going to see him get Cyclone picked up once more. Mountain King Stormbolt onto the Farseer. Farseer also gets a follow-up Thunderclap as the, well, Farseer being forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal to be saved. Meanwhile, Kodo Beast does a dine and dash. Scroll of Town Portal picks him up and takes him back home. Spellbreaker never knew what hit him. All right. GuaGua sitting at 50 over 60 supply. And remember, he also has this expansion. This expansion is a very big deal. He's actually getting 20 gold a second compared to his opponent's 7. Couple of low hit point peasants back across over here. Are they going to get taken, or peons, are they going to get taken down? One peon gets taken down as the units are still trying to engage once more. Another Footman comes into the battle. There goes, well, it looks like it was a Stormbolt and a Stomp being traded at exactly the same time. In comes a Chain Lightning as the Mountain King going to go ahead. There is that slow cap going after all of those units once more. Spellbreakers perhaps going to try and finish off some more units. Are we going to perhaps see another clap here? Mountain King taking a large amount of damage, has a Health Stone. Is it going to be forced to use it? That is the question. There is that Health Stone. There is a clap right there. Tauren Chieftain is going to be able to back away. Yes, it does exactly that, but it still gets taken out because of that Stormbolt. Level 2 Stormbolt finishing off a unit once more. Units are all fighting their way through. 48 supply compared to 42. Guard towers are still joining in on the fight. Mountain King low on mana, unable to get any more claps down, as the water elementals from the Archmage are just completely being purged out of existence. 51 supply compared to 46 right now. Sorceresses and Priest all in the backside, trying to do a little bit of battling in the back here, as the Spellbreaker is finishing off some more units. Priest are going to get taken down. Archmage without water elemental, and that is the problem. Water elemental now finally being dropped down. Is it going to get purged out of existence, as we see? Well, yep, there goes one right there. Mountain King still trying to finish things off. There goes another Wind Rider as well, as the units are starting to fall left and right. Mountain King does not have any more mana. Again, wants to throw off another Stormbolt or something. Chain Lightning bouncing around. Archmage sitting at level 4. Mountain King backing up as well, as well, Spellbreaker gets finished off by a Watchtower. More damage getting added in. Archmage gets up to level 5. Mountain King is going to be able to Stormbolt, finish off a Kodo Beast, and get that Spellbreaker back. That is the question right there. Yes, gets the Spellbreaker back, only to see him get finished off. Stormbolt gets in front, and now Farseer could be in trouble. Farseer does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, and it looks like it will stay alive. So far, it looked like, well, things were going very, very poorly for one side than the other. DoDo versus GuaGua, both of them playing an amazing matchup here, as the Spirit Wolves are now turning into Shadow Wolves, gonna perhaps finish off those Spellbreakers. As you know, Spellbreakers have that medium armor. However, Spellbreakers are a very, very powerful natural counter to that unit here, as the, well, Spellbreaker trying to back away, and, well, gonna end up just getting a critical strike and taken down once more. Coming back the other side, Farseer sitting at 230 hit points, gonna slowly get back up. It looks like Headhunters could get taken down. Mountain King trying to finish off one of these Watchtowers. Mountain King gets up to level 5. It is going to be, nope, hasn't trained that next ability as of yet. No, gonna be level 3, as the Kodo Beast now makes its way over as well. Is it gonna try and eat a Priest? Yes, it is. Is it gonna be able to dine and dash? That is the question, as there goes a Thunderclap. Finish off a Raider. Raider was down to 50 hit points. Mountain King could have just love tapped it to finish it off. Instead, well, now being forced to fight back against all of those units. Archmage tries to finish off that Raider, does get the kill, as the Archmage now looks to back away, but now getting purged as well. Mountain King trying to help him support that Archmage. Archmage now in serious trouble, as it ends up getting surrounded by Spirit Wolves, and the Archmage will get taken down, and that is a major setback for DoDo. DoDo in serious trouble now. Mountain King sitting at level 5 gets off another Thunderclap to try and retreat back with all of those units, as those units are now falling back. Surprised to see how big Vampiric Auras with so few melee units. MK dived and got ignored, went back up to green help with no heals. Yeah, well, did use a health stone earlier, so perhaps GuaGua decided to swap targets, not knowing how many, well, health items there were there. All right, interesting positioning. We are looking at DoDo, and he has this expansion up and running. It's been up and running for about a minute and a half now, and it has not yet been scouted. Spirit Wolf wandering around going, where exactly is my opponent's expansion? As we are going to perhaps see a Watchtower get finished off here. Clarity Potion gonna go ahead and keep that Mountain King, well, alive and well. Mountain King no longer having that Clarity Potion, adding in more mana, as the Great Hall could end up getting taken down. An army of casters here, Sorceresses and Priests, not gonna be that effective, unfortunately, for DoDo, as, well, a Tauren Chieftain with Lightning Shield will make short work of that. Meanwhile, 41 supply compared to 48. DoDo now going into high upkeep. Spirit Wolves finally making their way over to the Town Hall and going, you know what? This ninja expansion is just going to give me experience now. All right, Farseer sitting at level 6 does cast Earthquake. Farms are going to be destroyed right here. There goes one farm, another farm going to get lost, and just slowing down the mining as well. How much damage is going to be done here? That is a very big question, as the keep now down to 850 hit points. It is trying to be repaired. Tauren Chieftain unable. Is it going to try and stomp all of those units? Yeah, but you know what? Stomp doesn't do as much damage as Shockwave, as all of those peasants just go back to work. Back across here, the double Spirit Wolves shutting down the opponent's expansion. Water Elemental attempting to do the same exact thing, as well, as the main gold mines are starting to run low on gold. Mountain King, Archmage, both sitting at level 5, going up against a level 6 and level 4. Mountain King is going to be able to perhaps trap any units, gets it onto a Tauren Chieftain. But a level 2 Stormbolt on a 1,000 hit point hero, really not going to do that much damage, as they are going to try and engage once more. All right, there goes a clap. Goblin Zeppelin, however, picked up, and now units will be on the move once more. It appears that this town hall is taking a large amount of damage, 21 to 22 damage per swipe here. So that's what, 42 damage per round of attack. Yes, I can do math. More repairs underway. What is DoDo and GuaGua's strategies going to be? Stormbolt, thank you. Thank you for the sub. As we're looking at, well, sorceresses and priests still battling it out. All you guys out there, that reminds me, if you are on YouTube and you do have a free Twitch Prime sub, consider using that Prime sub for me. It would definitely help keep me paying my bills, as we're looking at an earthquake now being thrown down here. Surprised that the earthquake wasn't actually cast right in this location. It would have affected the barracks, the keep, and also this farm here, and then shutting down many of these buildings. It looks like GuaGua is absolutely just owning his opponent, as there is now no more mining going on coming in from the human side. All right, Goblin Zeppelin picking up all of those units. That Goblin Zeppelin down to 327 hit points, and short of a full Goblin Zeppelin getting sniped out of the air. I cannot see how DoDo can really get back into this matchup. Double Spirit Wolves now being brought out once more. A Great Hall being established back down. A Mountain King and an Archmage. And that is pretty much it. Spirit Wolves are right here. No more mining. What is going to end up happening in this match? All right. All right, well, Shadow Wolf able to finish off another peon once more. It looks like it is going to end up getting control magic right there. And that is the problem. Pillage also being researched by GuaGua. What is Pillage going to be doing, perhaps? As you can see, well, there is a bit of reveal. Shadow Wolf getting control magic as well as arcane, as those arcane towers and now all towers have sight. I think it was a zoning quake, so the peasants would be super slow if they came in and get picked off. It could be the case, but I think taking down any more production buildings would be extremely helpful as well. All right, we're looking at, well, no possible reveal. Oh, what is going on here? No one is actually doing any mining whatsoever. Minimap confused me for a moment. I forgot that this expansion was actually destroyed. So the only mining that is, or the only potential mining, perhaps is going to be happening off over here, and it's going to be a little bit of time before it does become available. Meanwhile, the Goblin Zeppelin does have a Farseer and some other units off to the side. What can really be rebuilt? That is a major question, as multiple watchtowers are getting thrown down. All right, in comes perhaps the Farseer going to try to drop down in and get some problems. Grunts getting picked up and now pulled back. Sorceresses and Priest, however, they can do a large amount of damage. And, well, at this point, the only resource that's getting collected anywhere is mana. Mana is a resource that is often forgotten about in a real-time strategy game. All spellcasters have it. This watchtower, Kodo Beast, now making its way in as well. What is going on? Is this watchtower going to be able to be repaired? Nope, going to get canceled in time, as the water elemental should be trying to eat this, or the Kodo Beast should be trying to eat that water elemental. Unable to do so, finally does it, as a new water elemental shows up out onto the field. Mountain King shows up as well. The watchtowers were so close to being done, and now all of a sudden, well, DoDo is in the driver's seat of this game, finishing off a Kodo Beast here. There is one watchtower, and that is it. Did any peons are they brought over in this fight? That is this question, as the watchtowers are going to end up being destroyed. So far, though, Archmage, Mountain King, level 5, trying to finish things off. Who's going to come out on top here? Arcane Tower's trying to finish off all of those buildings. Farseer didn't have that much mana. I would have thought if it did, an earthquake right here would finish off all of those buildings and finish them off quickly, dealing a large amount of damage. There is a raider. I believe Pillage was in fact research. Yes, pillage is the only gold that is currently being gathered right now by any side, as no one has expansions. Well, nope. Well, I take it back. Those couple of peons will end up getting taken down. They were still harvesting a little bit of gold. 569 compared to 274. Mountain King, are we going to see a stomp? No, we are not going to see a stomp. Tauren Chieftain did not stomp for some strange reason. I don't know if it was still on cooldown or not, as the Tauren Chieftain now gets up to level 5. Farseer now getting up more mana here. Meanwhile, we are trying to get up a great haul off onto the side here. Farseer could be in a little bit of trouble. There's that earthquake, and in comes, or down go those buildings. Mountain King comes in for the Stormbolt, hits the Shaman instead. All right, the Shaman was actually taken down. A couple more buildings are lost. Arcane Sanctum could get taken out as well. Farseer looks like it's going to finish off a couple more buildings, as the Farseer now forces a Scroll of Town Portal. There is a stomp. Raider is going to try and stay alive, get in a little bit more gold, and ends up escaping. 613 hit points, 3 buildings, 4 buildings, all that is remaining of the human base. All right, 480 hit points, 1,000 hit points. We are now going into adept training on the sorceresses. Finally, we are looking at 40 over 12 supply, so we are supply blocked, unable to train up any additional units. Meanwhile, this great haul off over here, well, is going to try and start mining at 2. The question is going to be, will the human player actually be able to make it out of the base? Kodo Beast is a little bit slowed. Water Elemental trying to do a bit of chasing. Where is the Goblin Zeppelin perhaps going to try and go next? No expansions anywhere. No mining happening at any stage on the map right now. 43 gold for GuaGua, and that is it. One Spirit Wolf keeping track of this army here. Gonna go ahead and do a little bit of creeping. Mountain King very much nearby. Archmage is there. There's a Stormbolt. There's a clap, and is gonna finish off a Raider. A beautiful, beautiful snipe right there. And that is just use of the invisibility and using that very effectively. That Shaman Stormbolt was interesting. Was it calculated to stop Water Elemental purges or a misclick? Yeah, well, we don't know the outcome of the game yet, as the sorceresses doing some invisibility, and this slow play. I originally had colors on the, I need to switch colors back, otherwise I'm not going to be able to see what's going on here. Can I switch colors? There we, nope. There we go. Switching the colors back here. Mountain King now back down to the south here. Going to be able to finish off a couple of peons. Archmage now has Mass Teleport. And with Mass Teleport can head anywhere on the map. All bets are off now on who will come out ahead in this game. 19 supply over 60 compared to 40 over 12 supply. And we are looking at the Tauren Chieftain sitting at 5. Farseer sitting at 6. And as long as the sorceresses and the spellbreakers are all next to these arcane sanctums, well, the chances of them actually being destroyed is pretty much slim to none. All right, Tauren Chieftain sitting at 5 has a, Pure Up of Vitality and a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Farseer could try and, kamikaze himself, try and take down these barracks with a giant earthquake, perhaps finishing them off. When I thought the game was lost for the human, he gets to level 6. Yes, Mass Teleport, very powerful. Water Elementals still scouting out. No expansion down over here. There's still a Gargantuan Sea Turtle. Level... What? We're looking at... Well, the Archmage still wandering back around. Has Staff of Teleportation. Both the Mountain King and Staff of Teleportation in order to try and get away. So if Mass Teleport wasn't enough, well, you also have access to the individual Staffs of Teleportation just in case a stomp prevents the Mountain King or the Archmage from being able to teleport originally. All right, Goblin Zeppelin. There goes an ensnare. There goes the sorceress. There goes a stomp. Mountain King Archmage trying to go after the Goblin Zeppelin. Goblin Zeppelin down to 113 hit points, able to be picked up and whisked away again. No mining to be had. One watchtower actually hidden off to the side here. If it does turn into a base race, I don't believe there's actually a way. There is actually no physical way that the human player can sell items, take a Goblin Zeppelin, and make its way over there. But the Bat Rider is there to act as a little bit of final defense and perhaps kamikaze himself onto those units. All right, Goblin Zeppelin. What is this? Well, Zeppelin doing over here? Nothing over here. So this may actually be the most important building on the map. It will be very difficult to take out. All right, Mountain King. In comes a Thunderclap. Water Elemental coming in from the back as well. We're looking at Spirit Wolves trying to do a little bit of scouting as well. They are invisible and swap back over to the other side. This is a strange matchup indeed. Mountain King, what does it pick up? It picks up a Pendant of Energy. Mountain King with now 430 mana. This is next level. Well, this is just pretty much cheese at this point, knowing that economically speaking, short of the Archmage selling some of these very powerful items, he cannot hire up a Goblin Zeppelin. Wait, no, he cleared out some creep camps, so he has enough gold right now. All right. Down across here, Water Elemental could get taken down by those Spirit Wolves if it does end up giving a little bit more experience to the Blue Army. Where are they? Mountain King now going after the Voodoo Lounge. Looks like that will get taken down without much of an issue, and now losing some of those barracks as well. Water Elemental is shifting back off to the north here. Farseer, Tauren Chieftain, what is going on? Trying to figure out what to do next. Kodo Beast could try and do a little bit of dining and dashing. Goblin Zeppelin now backing away down to 113 hit points, down to 64, and able to get away from what would have been a killing blow from that Water Elemental. Coming back through, it looks like every creep on the map is going to get cleared up. There goes another Spirit Wolf control magic, finishing things off again. It tried to attack right there, but it is going to get controlled magic once more. Farseer perhaps wants to consider getting Chain Lightning over Spirit Wolves, as the Spirit Wolves are just absolutely not doing anything at all. Excuse me, thank you. As we're looking at the Mountain King and the Archmage. All right, Spellbreakers, Sorceress, Priest, still hanging around these couple of buildings that are left. And what? Yeah, this final island. Is there two peons there? No, there's one peon there also to try and repair, with the Goblin Zeppelin perhaps going to be making its way off onto the side of the map. Could this game actually turn into a pure draw? At some stage, as both sides are going to be unable to fight. Oh, there is a Goblin Zeppelin out doing a little bit of scouting. What is going on over here? Is the Troll Bat Rider actually going to try and fight here? No, I don't think the Goblin Zeppelin actually scouted out this corner island, as we see these there's some repairs onto that Goblin Zeppelin. Okay, so a peon is actually repairing this Goblin Zeppelin right here. Could we actually get more gold and set up another guard tower? That would actually be pretty strange indeed. As we're looking at the Archmage and the Mountain King, well, making its way down here. Water Elementals finishing off all of the buildings. Mountain King gonna make its way over and, well, cause some more issues as well. Archmage just gonna drop some Water Elementals, and here we go, going after that stronghold. All right, Goblin Zeppelin still looking around the map, trying to figure out what to do next. It looks like, well, the units are all making their rounds out. Kodo Beast gonna have a very difficult time. It does offer a little bit of a damage bonus. What is the Farseer gonna do here? Selling some items, and what are they gonna actually try and pick up instead? Tome of Retraining, so it is now Shockwave and Endurance Aura, so it is Chain Lightning and Shockwave to try and deal with all of these casters. Once all of the casters are down, what's interesting is that the Troll Bat Rider, that one lone Troll Bat Rider, all of a sudden can start attacking the barracks, and only the Archmage and the Water Elementals will be able to attack back. That is going to be interesting. This is just one very, very, very strange matchup. If the lone Troll Bat Rider going to be able to force the Archmage to just constantly be retreating back here, as the units are going to engage no slow onto the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain decides to, use the Potion of Invulnerability. All right, this game is still, nowhere near being done. Archmage retreats all the way back. Wants to make sure it doesn't lose any of these buildings. The Shockwave effective at taking down some of these buildings too. You can see that Barracks was now down to 437 hit points. So Shockwave, as you remember, will affect buildings. And as those buildings start to fall, things can go from bad to worse. All right, Goblin Zeppelin, well, keeping track of everything here. Kodo Beast off to the side. Tauren Chieftain, what is going on? Oh, the Spirit Wolf, I think the Spirit Wolf could have possibly seen the Kodo Beast and all of these units off over here. What is going on here? One Farseer getting picked up, and Mountain King cannot actually get into this spot here to try and take down any of these units. New Spirit Wolves being cast back out. Water Elemental going after or getting in a little bit of extra damage, and we can see that now that the stronghold is gone, well, it is actually revealed. Interestingly, if the Archmage backs away, the Orc Burrows would actually give the Mountain King level 6. Giving the Mountain King level 6 would be a tremendous advantage right now. I don't think he realized it, though. And, well, is going to be a little bit shy again. All right, more damage onto those Spirit Wolves. Priest just going to go ahead and try and dispel magic, trying to finish those off. That farm is on fire, but not going to end up being destroyed as the Farseer is once again on the move. All right, Mountain King. Oh, Mountain King actually going to get that experience because those Spirit Wolves did give a little bit of experience. We're looking at a Goblin Zeppelin Shockwave make its way through. Goblin Zeppelin picked up, drop back down. Goblin Zeppelin still keeping track of the Tauren Chieftain off to the north. Meanwhile, just keeping them out of commission. Farseer still back on this side. This is a very strange matchup. Archmage is brought over here to try and put pressure on this Goblin Zeppelin. Goblin Zeppelin is just hiding off over here. All right, it feels like I should just speed up the game to see how all of this is going to go down, as the priests are all in position once more. All right, Goblin Zeppelin is spotted. Very difficult to spot him. He's right there off on the very north side of the map. Archmage can make his way all the way back down. Spirit Wolves once again getting control magicked, and well, what are they gonna do next? Units making their rounds here. Kodo Beast acting as a little bit of extra defense, being able to throw those axes and perhaps do a little bit of damage. Tauren Chieftain, Shockwaves. Is it going to be able to pick up the Tauren Chieftain? Oh, Tauren Chieftain is in trouble. Tauren Chieftain is in trouble. There is a Thunderclap. Damage now onto the Goblin Zeppelin, down to 509 hit points, and still taking damage as it slowly makes its way back. All right, Farseer comes back out. Spirit Wolves now out onto the field here. Double Goblin Zeppelin harassment. As you can see, another farm could get taken down. Farm down to 59 hit points. There is the Dispel magic there, as the units are now trying to back up again. All right. So far, this has turned into a very, very dangerous game. Archmage down to the south here with an army of summons trying to finish off all of these buildings. Farseer, dodges the Stormbolt, going after that farm. There goes the farm. Thunderclap does not do enough as the Farseer able to jump inside again. All right, this building down to 14 hit points. There's the Shockwave, finishes off the barracks. We are now down to, 1,000 or 916 hit points total amongst all the buildings for the human player, as the couple of buildings are still getting finished off here. All right, more experience. Spirit Wolves trying to shut that off here. DoDo versus GuaGua. Every hit point matters. And it doesn't even look like, this does not look like your typical game whatsoever, as you guys can imagine. All right, Farseer, what is it going to try and do? It could try and Goblin Zeppelin drop here. Sorceresses are all spread apart in every different way to try and make sure that they can slow down a Goblin Zeppelin if necessary. Goblin Zeppelin, Archmage is right there. What is going on? Archmage is there. Peon going to take a little bit of damage, and trying to drop a Water Elemental. There's actually no room for a Water Elemental. This Peon down to 134 hit points. Troll Bat Rider going to go ahead and sacrifice itself. himself. Archmage is there. Peon is trying to repair right now. Water Elemental actually spawned off over here. Kodo Beast could actually ingest the Water Elemental. Why isn't it doing exactly that? As this Peon and the Watchtower, well, this Kodo Beast, yeah, finally gets ingested here. Watchtower, well, Staff of Teleportation to get in here. Mountain King, does it make its way over? Wait, what happened on the other side? Wait, huh? It looked like there was a Staff of Teleportation. The Mountain King's stuck. The Mountain King is stuck there. Okay, Goblin Zeppelin right here. Goblin Zeppelins are over. Archmage, are they gonna? No, they can't even drop into position because there's no room for it either. Mountain King is off over here. Farseer, if it's actually dropped here, would it actually beat the Mountain King? Mountain King is stuck off to the side. Water Elemental is here, and there is just literally no room. Literally no room to do anything. That's the reason why Shockwaves bringing these two buildings down to 469 hit points total amongst them. Farseer is still okay. Oh. This Watchtower is slowly poking the Mountain King to death? Okay, the Watchtower is slowly poking the Mountain King to death off to the side here. Tauren Chieftain cannot be dropped over there. And limit on space is really the big issue. All right, Tauren Chieftain could make its way over. Oh, mass teleport. Where are they going to try and mass teleport to? Where are they going to try and mass... I think they tried to mass teleport to the Mountain King, but there is literally no room to teleport to him. Oh, okay, here's the mass teleport. Is it going to land? Where... Oh, no. Okay, the Mountain King teleports back. Okay.
Okay, that's a bit confusing.
All right. What do you do here? Mountain King still has some items. Mountain King can sell some of those items. Hire up another Goblin Zeppelin. But with a Tauren Chieftain here, there is no way to really land in this spot to take out this building. No buildings are left. 500 hit points with a single or with two peons. Farseer is actually... Is the Farseer stuck? The Farseer is actually stuck as well.
I laugh in the face of danger.
Okay, and you may just end up having this giant game where the Spirit Wolves are going to be invisible, attack the building, finish it off. All right, in comes the Farseer, the Goblin Zeppelin. Is it going to be able to finish it off? Where did it drop? Where did it drop the unit? Archmage and Mountain King fighting back across over here. Goblin Zeppelin unit still moving around. Tower getting a little bit of damage. Shockwave trying to pick up the Mountain King unit, still backing away. Two Goblin Zeppelins in the air here. More damage being brought on through as the Goblin Zeppelin keeping track of all of that damage. Goblin Zeppelin down to 77 hit points. Could get taken down, and the...
That's confusing. How are they doing it was not just sitting there?
So, okay, I even said that short of the human player losing the Archmage and the Mountain King in a Goblin Zeppelin, if it was shot down, I didn't think that GuaGua could win. I did not expect that to be the outcome. Thank you for the bits. Yeah,
Mom,
it's glitching just a little because that peon's trying to do something. Yeah, that was. Thank you for the bits. That was my brain hurts trying to figure out the outcome of that game. Yeah, you also did not see any experience gain because the Watchtower was technically the unit to take down, or the building to take down both heroes. I've never seen a Watchtower finish off two level 6 heroes ever. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. My mind's still absolutely confused at that ending. Using the map, limited space, yeah. Thank you for the bits, thank you for everything. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. I wanted to see the final score, but it's not letting me go to the score screen.